a men's physique guy of mine back in the day who won the European Championships junior, I got ready, a great guy who's a doctor now called Josh Leader, once called me the illusionist, right? And the reason he called me the illusionist is because I create illusions. Not necessarily with my physique and such, but more because of the way we trained. Because we didn't do the conventional training, you know, we did everything that a bodybuilder would do, but I just put my own little bit of spice on it, you know, a little bit of seasoning, change the angles slightly and stuff like that. I mean, I was taught by the great CREWE, so I was very fortunate. So, but then I still want your own identity, so I flipped the script a little and brought my own in. So we're going to do something like that. So like I say, I'm going to take you through the exercise we're going to do, normal conventional style, and then Pat Warner style. Let's go. A very neglected piece of kit here. Obviously the first person I saw use this piece of equipment was Dorian Yates, and we know what his back was like, and that's the pullover here. So basically what I'm going to do now, we're going to use a pullover machine. I'm going to demonstrate it here. A favourite exercise of Dorian, and we can see why now, the rest is history. And it's a favourite exercise of a lot of bodybuilders. This piece of equipment, it's not seen everywhere, which is a shame. It should be a requirement that every gym should have this piece of equipment. We're lucky to have it here, so I will demonstrate it. What I try to do when I'm doing this is I actually tense my abs so I can squeeze my lower back. I come up to the top, I get full stretch, I get that little pause for a second, I pull it down again, I pull it in, I tense my abs, get that extra contraction from my back, and I pull it up. I'll repeat this about 12 times normally. You might have seen a variation of this exercise. Now it's a lat pull down machine, but I actually do an exercise what we call Superman. Now when you see it, it's self-explanatory. So I'll put the weight on and you'll see what I'm talking about. So obviously the standard lat pull down, as you all know, the pull down, should I say, would be seated as it is and then pulling it in and squeezing. That would be the normal exercise. Now, most people are telling the bodybuilding industry I'm known for my back, so I like to obviously try to improve on the best body part. So I've invented a certain few exercises that I feel works for me. Now that's the standard one. This is what we call the Superman, and you'll see why. I'm just flying through the air. Now this is a different contraction for me. I feel I can hit the outer lat and I tend to pull it in, and then when I come out I try to open up my lats and I'll pull it back in, keeping them elbows nice and tight, and then flare when I come up. So I'm flaring them lats at the top, so it's almost like pulling it in. Then I'm also trying to do that lat spread that we'll do on stage. Everything you do in the gym you should do on stage. So I'll pull it in and then I'll open up like I'm going into that back shot. I'll pull it in, which you would see that on stage when I pull the back in, and then I would open up, and it actually feels like I'm flying now. And that's the Superman. So we're going to do some tricep kickbacks, dumbbell. This is the conventional one. If you ever see a downhill skier has got some of the best triceps on an athlete, and you'll be going, a downhill skier? How comes he's got great triceps? This exercise, what I'll do now, will show you exactly why. It is self-explanatory. I'm not even going to tell you, I'll just show you and you'll understand what I'm on about. Let's go. Now you can see that skiing motion, but it's also a double exercise, because doing that, obviously you're engaging your core as well, and we could all do with a strong core. Obviously this is a variation of a shoulder press. The exercise I'm going to show you is conventional. The other exercise I'm going to show you, you might have seen, but what I like to do is I like combining the two together, so you'll see what I'm on about. I always start with it off from there, and then I press from there. Some people will touch it down and then press back up. For me, obviously that's taking the tension off the muscle. So I'd only go here, keep it up there, and then press. Never touch the pad until I'm actually putting it down. And that's the movement I would be doing. That's the conventional. I'll throw in some alternate ones first, and then I'd press. So it would look something like this. And this would be a 3 motion and it would count as 1 rep. So against that here, then it'd be 1, 2, and then press. And that'd be 1 rep. I take it down slowly. Then I go 1, 2, and then press. Alternatively, sometimes I would actually start at the bottom, just press it up together, and then keep it at the top. When you keep it at the top, you'll fatigue a lot quicker. When you're down here, obviously you're down here, so you're getting ready to press. When you get to about 4 to 5 reps, and you try to come from that angle, and then taking up to press, that becomes a heavier workload. And that's the movement I would do. And that's a slight variation. Give them a try in your workout, and I guarantee you, if you're doing 4 to 5 sets and you always reach the rep range target, you will not on this, because you can always find a weight that's suited for you. This is how I keep my workouts fresh. That's one way. What I find absolutely works for my chest, where it's actually hanging, is what I call a ladder press. Now we know what a ladder is. You have to climb a ladder. So basically that's what we're doing. We'll be climbing with reps. But there's always a rest pause, and there's always a time under tension. So basically, rather than going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on to 8, it would be this way. It'd be 1, pause, 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, 3, pause, and so on. And there you go, and that's a ladder. Give that a try. Different from just going 1 to 8. And obviously the weight can vary. You know, if this weight is nice and comfortable and you get your 8, then it's too easy. What we're hoping for is that you never reach 8. On the working set, you never reach 8. So if you can get to 1 to 8 in a ladder, the weight on the side is not heavy enough. So you know, throw in an extra set, and you know from your last set what weight to put on. That's going to make you feel, give it another shock and a terrific pump. This is one of my favorites. I combine an alternate curl with a straight hammer curl on the dumbbells. So it would look something like this. That exercise for me always gets me. Fantastic exercise. You know, again, it's like I'm not reinventing. It's 2 basic exercises that I just combine together, and it just seems to work. I've trained a lot of my clients, I've trained a lot of other bodybuilders, and some of the pumps they've said they've got on it is ridiculous. Bear in mind, look at the weight. You know, any weight you have in your arm is an extension of your hand. Do you know what I mean? So it's not important to have a 70-pound dumbbell. You know, if you can't squeeze and contract it, but you can with a 25, use a 25. I've watched a lot of the Battle for Olympia videos, and I saw one of the biggest bodybuilders you'll ever see in your life, Ronnie Coleman. I don't ever believe me seeing Ronnie have a big dumbbell in his hand, and he has some of the best arms in bodybuilding. Stimulate, don't annihilate. Now most people who do the leg extension, it would be just a straightforward boom and down and squeeze and down and squeeze and down. Now what I like to do, I like to engage and then flex. Engage and squeeze. Then back down. Engage and then squeeze. The reason I do it in this style, because as it gets heavier and you get more fatigued, this is what would happen with a typical leg extension for anybody. You know, I'm not calling anybody out here, but we've all been guilty of it. When we start to tire, we start to do this. Just try to get them extra reps. When you do this, there's no way you can use momentum, because to move from there to there, it can only engage the quadriceps, because you're taking the momentum out of it and you're taking that movement. Because you've got to stop, and start again, the only way you can start is by creating a force that you can create yourself by using that quadricep. And that's why I do it that way. Try that, do it properly, and I guarantee you when you come off it and go to your leg press or your squat, you'll change your opinion on this exercise. So we'll just do a few warm-up weights and stuff, and then we'll see what we can get up to. Hopefully I'll be able to get something that we can put on the camera and that looks credible. I was also known for my speed of deadlift, which I didn't realize when I was younger, when I started deadlifting, that I could pull it so quick. And I feel over the years, my strength and the big weight that I did in deadlifting was because of my speed and my technique. Even if you see Eddie Hall, greatest deadlifter of all time, watch how quick he pulls. Watch how quick he pulls it. It's a very explosive exercise. Check it out. Sneaky plug as always. I will show you what most people would do as a normal deadlift, and then I'll show you the speed that I can do the deadlifting. Pat Warner speed. Boom, straight in and straight out. Not thinking about the weight, you know what I mean? Because I know once my technique's right, I'm not really interested in what's that, but it's going up. It always goes up. I don't think I've ever failed a deadlift because I've not thought about it. I put the bar, I put the weight on, I've used my speed, I've used my style, and it's gone up. And if I don't think it's going to go up, I won't lift it. So that's why I've never failed. So that is deadlifting.